Okay, fair warning, this is a very, very, very overdone video since we are out of school now. And I'm sorry, it just wouldn't post for some reason. So I'm about to try to post it again. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Brooklyn. Today is going to be a study with me. So that's what I feel like. Because I have to get stuff done. I just don't want to. So study with me for the ending of junior year. Okay, so I'm gonna prop it up right here. So first is my medical class, which is anatomy and physiology, which is level 2 of 3. And I'm not taking the 3rd level. So I'll have part of the thing. But so every week we have abbreviations, and it's just abbreviated. Like if you're writing, say you're writing something out for a nurse to see, you would say it is in AU, which would be it's in both ears. AU is both ears. There's a whole bunch of different ones. Like EHR, it'll be look at the EHR, and that's electronic health record. So there's a bunch. But I will say something fun about me that y'all probably don't know because y'all don't go to school with me, is I have one highlighter a week. I use that same highlighter in every single class for that week. This week is my college highlighter. Why are we having a meltdown? Okay, I'm back. So, if I can find it, this is my anatomy and physiology folder. And there's nothing special about it, but I got this day 1 of school, which has all my abbreviations on it. And these are the ones that we have done so far. Like all the ones highlighted are the ones we have done this year. I haven't highlighted this week, but these are all the abbreviations. The ones that are highlighted in pink and green and blue and purple are the ones we have done. So this is where you get your stuff from. So the first one is DON, so they're in alphabetical order. So I'll go to the D section and look up DON, which is Director of Nursing. And then after that, I highlight both of them. So I'm gonna go through and do the rest. Okay, so I just finished these. And I'm done with this paper until next week. Because next week we will be on week 30. And I think really we are on week 31 in actual school next week. Because I think we skipped a week in this class, but I also have Spanish words that I'll show you all in a second because I got to study them too. So let me do that real quick. So in my Spanish class, we only have one more unit test, which is the unit we're on right now. And I'm glad because they only have 1.5 papers left in this whole Spanish notebook. We're on unit 5.1. But this unit, I'm pretty sure we just started this today. It's about things in a house. Because this is what it looks like so far. Again, I picked the same highlighter for every class this week. And then we have the back of this. And then I have to fill up the rest of this, and then this, and then the back of this. And I should be done, but this is not the normal layout I do for my notes. Normally, I have, give me 1 second, to get to old notes. Okay, that's too bright to show y'all. Okay, here we go. So normally I do my notes like this. I do the Spanish word, then the English word. Spanish word, English word. And like, here's this. I just think it's better laid out that way, but I don't have enough room for it all to be laid out that way. So, oh, and this is my favorite page. Because this is just like words throughout the year that we haven't had on our notes. And I just had to jot them down. Because this is really helpful. Oh, here's our numbers. See, I even did with numbers. Like, it's just how I do my notes. I need to find one that's not in pink and yellow. That's vocabulary words. We've had a lot of vocabulary words. I remember this one. I go back to this lesson a lot. More vocab. That was all blue. So during these 6 weeks, these were all blue. But they were different shades of blue. They were different highlighters of blue. And I did that for a while, but now I just go in my bag during first period, which is my anatomy class. And I'm like, what color do I want to use this week? And I pull it out. And that's 4.2. And then we have 5.1. And that's the one we're on now. So I need to study my vocab and my, hey baby girl. I'm watching my boyfriend's dog, which is my dog too. She's my child. If I can go to it. Okay. I need to study this week's vocab and this week's, well, this unit. Because this unit test is soon because we have this project we have to do. And it's a lot. We have to do this piñata. It's like a Spanish piñata of like something we like. That was my dog, I'm sorry. She's very old. So this unit is gonna come up really fast. But I will say, I take good notes. Like, I love my notes. Like, if I was somebody else, I would take my notes as an example. while we're here, I know this is a study for me. I want to look at all my notebooks and see which ones I have not used this year. So obviously we just saw this one. I have a page and a half left. So I've definitely used that one. I've used this one, but I can reuse it next year because I still have all this paper left in here. Like, I don't know if y'all can see. I have all this paper left in here because I've only used this much. This is my anatomy and physiology class. Because when she gives us notes, she gives us note papers. Millie? No. That's the dog's name. I named her. So that goes there. I don't think I've used this notebook. I might have tore papers out of it, but I don't think I've ever used it. Let's see. Well, if I can open it. Yeah, this notebook is never been used. Never been used. Ever. So I can use this one next year. It's so cute. I like this notebook. This says you belong among the wildflowers. I used one page. One page of this, so I still have all of this notebook. I used one page, and it was for my ACT prep class that I'm in, but now we don't do these kind of notes no more. So, and by the way, if you need to know how to pass the English ACT portion of the test, I mean, it's for everybody, so screenshot these notes because I get to use this notebook next year also, so that's already 3 I get to use next year. Because this, I mean, it's not a lot of notebooks that I use. Okay, this is chemistry. And I've used quite a bit, but I think I can still reuse it. Let me look at how much I've actually used. Okay, again, chemistry, I've only used this. But I also have all this left, so I can reuse this notebook next year. And I'm not going to need a lot of papers for next year because it's going to be senior year. But see, like, look at all these notes. Like, these are bomb notes. I love my notes. But I will show you why I haven't used that notebook. Where's my white folder? This is my chemistry folder. She gives us She gives us these PowerPoints, and we take notes on the PowerPoints. But, hold on, I have to have them organized into like a certain kind of thing. Like, she gave us these notes that are already written out. Like, these notes are already written out for us. And then, she also gave us this sheet to use on the test. And, I mean, I write notes on the back. I mean, if I can use this sheet on the test, I'm going to write notes on it. Like, things I feel like I'm going to need to know. And then we just have worksheets. I will say, we have gotten so many periodic. Sorry. This is for when I'm late one day. She gave me a note for when I'm late to her class. Labeled periodic table. Another labeled periodic table. This is the one I use all the time so it stays on the front. Because it has like everything labeled on it. And this is the first one I ever got. It just wasn't big enough for us to do anything on. So, and I'm pretty sure I have a periodic table like on the sides of this somewhere. No, but I have measurements. But, so that's 3 periodic tables that I have. So that's why I don't have that much stuff in that chemistry notebook. This is English. Precious English. I think these are the only papers I've used. This was my essay that I wrote out and I was supposed to type it. it goes to the back also. This was my essay draft. And this was like my format that I wanted to go with. And then I got my 9th grade English teacher to go through this draft part, not the draft, but like the format part, to put notes on it, to like see what I needed to change. And I got a very good grade on it. And then this is from October. It's like a format for your essay. And I just love my essay, and I don't want to get rid of it because it took me so long. So long to do. And I do have some notes. It's not a lot. Maybe it is more than I thought it was. This was my test thing that I like labeled out. But I think that's the last paper. Yeah, so I can reuse this notebook also. Because, like, I have all that paper left. All the other years, 9th and 10th grade, I used so much notebook paper. And 8th grade, I used so much notebook paper. And I hate binders, like, with a passion. Because I can't organize my stuff in binders. But, I mean, I've only used this much. I have all this left. So, now that that's done with, I still have, like, 6 weeks of school left. So, 6 or 7. I have 6 that because I'm exempt. My, like, normal people, like, if you're not exempt from semester tests, it's not finals, it's semester tests. No one's exempt from finals, but you're exempt for semester tests that the state gives you. Then you get an extra week of Christmas break and an extra week of summer break. But these are all of my, these are all of my notebooks. And the only thing is I have to put them like this, where it's like ring, no ring, ring, no ring, ring, like that. And so I can use all of those except one, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But I've been talking for 12 minutes and I need to study. Because what test is Thursday? I have a test Thursday. Math. Do y'all want to see math? I've had this math teacher, I'm not going to say a name, 3 years in a row now. 9th and 11th grade. And she's not the worst teacher. I just don't understand math. Like, how are you supposed to study this? How are you supposed to study this? The only way I get good grades is studying with someone who has already taken the test, because her other Algebra 2 class is a lesson ahead of us. So I feel bad for them, but I can't help that. And next Monday is my chemistry test. And I don't really know anything about that either, but we can figure that out. Let's actually get my chemistry notes out. I'm really just going to focus on this paper. It's my reference sheet, because it has everything I need to know. I just don't know what a covalent compound is because my mind went blank. I think it's metal and metal. Maybe if I read the notes, I can figure it out. Let's see if my sister knows. Rivers, come in here real quick.
What?
Come in here real quick.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Really quick.
I have to do another sketch.
I bet you she can tell me what it is. She's in AP classes. What's a covalent compound? Because an ionic compound is a metal and non-metal.
Yeah, I know that. Oh, wait, a covalent compound? You don't know
A covalent, which is it metal or non-metal?
non-metal.
I don't think that's right.
That's definitely right. We just did this. Why are y'all doing 8th grade work?
Okay, I just went through my notes, and my sister was right. It's a non-metal. So I'm gonna write that down because if it's ionic, you have to use charges. If it's not, you don't. So non-metal and non-metal. No charges. Okay. I got that down. She might give us a new sheet of this, and if she does, oh well. This will at least help me a little bit. But the back will help me a lot. Do you hear the dogs in the back? Okay. So today we learned synthesis and combustion, but we have not learned decombustion. And I'm going to erase this part right here. But this is the worksheet I have to turn in tomorrow. And she told us not to do the decombustion because we don't know the decombustion. So, that's that. I miss learning elements. But let's actually get to studying. I'm going to study Spanish and math and chemistry. Okay, so I'm going to do American history now because I, in fact, do not know when this test is. And if it is soon, I don't know anything. Okay, it's not soon because we haven't even finished the notes yet. But for the notes we have finished, it's about the Cold War. And that's what we finished. I think I finished my map. I think I turned my map in. Let me look. Yeah. But yeah, since we're not that finished with those notes, I'm not going to worry about that. I am going to worry about Spanish. I need to make flashcards. That's Millie barking. She's just found her voice. But I need to go to Unit 5. Okay, so now it's Spanish time. And I'm going to use my index cards. And I'm going to write down like my unit notes on them. Because all it is translations and I need to know them. And I don't have any other way to figure them out. So I'm just going to get out some pink. Hey. Some green. Some orange. And I don't know if I'm going to do yellow or not. I'm not going to do yellow. They're acting a fool. They just woke up from a nap because my camera died. Be nice. She's so cute. So I'm going to do pink, green, red. So I'm just gonna have them like this. Pink, green, orange. And I'll just pick them up as I go. So I'll have so on every one of them I'm gonna write unit 5.1. Maybe not on all of them, but at least on the first one. And this one is La Residencia. So this one's La Residencia, which is the residence. We're talking about houses. So the residence. And that's my flashcard. Put that right there. Then I'll grab a green. And it will be El Apartamento, which is the apartment. So the apartment. Because I need a good grade on this test, or I'm going to have to take semester test. So, but I'm pretty sure I'll be exempt if I make, because this is the last test we have. But the piñatas shall make it go up. And if not, I'll just have to take it. And El Armario is the locker or closet. And I'm just gonna keep doing that. Okay, so I finished my Spanish notes.
Holy ravioli!
As of what I have today. She won't be here tomorrow, so Thursday we'll take more notes and I'll redo them with flashcards. But I think this is the end of this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications for all my newest videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.